All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another segment of Table Talk. It's been about 2 weeks since we've done an NBA segment, but y'all know we still got JT in the building.
Let's go.
Y'all know he's still in here. We got Cam on the other side. Cam, I don't know if you gotta open
yes,
it like a little thing you do. What was that?
What do you mean?
What would you just say?
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
That's your opening.
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm always here, so I mean, it ain't nothing new.
I don't know. Oof.
What you trying to say?
I don't know what that was.
What does that mean?
That was a little diss there. It sounded like a little sneak diss there.
You talking about your name's in the title, my name's not in the title.
No, I mean, I'm in like almost every episode on this channel.
We starting the beef. We just came back. It was the first time in 2 weeks.
Things already getting heated.
Wow, that's crazy.
We got some crazy topics today.
Make sure your debates are on point today.
Oh, that's a bet.
Coming with heat today.
We got some
interesting topics. One of them is going to be that MVP favorite so far. There's a lot of guys right now in the favorite for the MVP. We're going to talk about the Utah Jazz, man. They got the best record in the NBA. How good is this team? Best. And then we'll talk about the Raptors, which we debated a little bit about before we started recording. Are the Raptors done being the great team we've seen recently? And then we'll talk about
the Raptors, the great team.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
And then
start the debate now.
And then I'll save the best for last. What's probably gonna be the main topic of this video. Let's talk about this Bradley Beal situation in Washington right now, because things ain't looking that great for them boys, to be honest. Bradley Beal doesn't look that happy. They did beat the Nets 2 days ago, and the Wizards are currently right now sitting at the bottom of the league, and they just beat the new big three in the Nets. I think they scored 147. Fashion. Yeah, it was wild. Russell Westbrook hitting threes, so you know there's a problem. But I mean, Russell is. When it comes to like clutch 3-pointers, he can be kind of crazy because he can hit them threes. When you look at his buzzer beaters, they're always crazy threes that you just don't expect to go in. Like when he had his triple-double record-breaking night and he hit that 3-pointer against the Nuggets, that shouldn't have gone in. That was a bad shot, quote unquote. Paul George. Quote unquote Paul George. I mean, he's struggling in the regular season right now, though. I don't know if that Wizard system is fit for him. I don't know if it's as good as that Billy Donovan system. He's been struggling since he left that Billy Donovan system. But let's talk about Bradley Beal, man. He said he wants to stay in Washington until they become a title favorite. But to be honest, do we see that happening? That's cap. Let's be honest. Do we see that happening? Do we see that happening? Y'all not seeing the Wizards as a potential threat in like a year? You know what I'm saying? A year or two? Because how old is Russell? 34, 35? How old is Bradley Beal? About 30, 31? So I think that's something you gotta look at. I don't think he's that young of a guy. So, I mean, when you say can the Wizards be a great team, I'm looking at the pieces they have. They drafted Denny Avdija this season, which is I don't know how great he's played. He hasn't played that great. He hasn't played like I feel like they expected him to. Like the role they expected him to jump straight into. I don't feel like he's played up to par with that yet. But I feel like he can get there. They got some other pieces they can build around. But I mean, for now, you just gotta see. You got to see the status of this team, which right now there's just no way this team is in any shape or form ready to compete. I mean, what are they, 4-15 or something like that? So this team is far from being a 100% championship contender.
That Bradley Beal is saying that he says he wants to stay there. We've seen that before. KD said, "You know what, I'm staying," and then he left. LeBron said, "You know what, I'm staying," and then he left. Shoot. James Harden said, "You know what, I'm leaving." Bradley Beal is capping.
I just don't see why he would want to stay in that dumpster fire. Like when you trade John Wall away, it's kind of like symbolizing, hey man, we're tearing this team down. We're trying to build a winning team here, but adding Russell isn't making that team better than they were with John Wall. I feel like they need another person, but to be honest, for that Wizards team, they need two people for that team to be even considered, to me, a championship contending team, and they're not getting that. Because the Wizards
they weren't a championship contender team when they had John Wall on the team.
I mean, they weren't. They were still bad. My point is they need two more people. Bradley Beal, Russell, two more people who can score on that team. I don't know who. I'm just saying.
They need a whole new team. No, they need a whole new team.
I mean, that's true as well.
They need more than just two people.
That's true as well.
They need to get rid of Russell because he's trash.
Who they have coming off their bench?
No, Russell is trash. They need to get rid of Russell. They need to get another big, and they need to get another point guard, and they need to get another scorer. They need a whole new team, and then they need a whole new bench. And go ahead, while we're at it, let's replace the coach as well.
I don't even know who their coach is.
Exactly, because he's trash, and so is Russell.
Jesus.
Bradley Beal, bro, leave.
Look, what are you doing? All I'm gonna say is this: if Bradley Beal, he says that he wants to stay there until it's a championship contender, right?
Man's gonna be there till the end of time.
Yeah, when will this Washington team ever be
Spirit's
a championship
gonna come out
contender?
the sky before this man retires. He's gonna be 50 on that Wizards roster.
At best, they're gonna be.
Happening.
At best, they're gonna be a round 2 exit. At best, at best.
When this season?
If he stays on the Washington, if he stays on Washington until the end of his career,
who know their record?
If he
who
stays,
are they beating? If they're eighth,
you said a round 2
they got to
exit.
face the number 1 seed.
I said at best. If he stays there for the rest of his career until the end of his career, they will at best be a round 2 exit. At best, that is at best.
I don't even think they can make the play. I don't even think they can make the playoffs with this current roster. To be honest,
and if they do, they can't get past the first round. No way.
Even if they add another top piece, somebody who can score 15 to 20 points a game, that's still a first round exit team.
Drop the season. This is what you do. You drop the season. Stop playing so hard.
Get
your first round pick.
Bro, they have the first overall pick right now. I don't think. Actually, do they? Did they trade that to the Rockets? I don't know.
Nah, but
get that man Bradley Beal out of there.
Bradley Beal, man, is trying to stay there. He's trying to stay there. He's trying to win. I'm like, drop the season. Drop the season.
Kind of reminds me of that like Damian Lillard was like, look, man, you guys are ring chasing your chumps. Like when he was calling out Paul George. Who else he called out? I forgot. He called out Paul George.
Patrick Bev.
Does Patrick Bev even have a ring though?
Bev.
Does he even have a ring?
P-Bev, I mean, but P-Bev was the one. It was him and Paul George clowning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he called him chumps. Yeah,
because P-Bev was in he's talking about some enjoy your vacation or something.
Then they had to never go a 3-1 lead. Oh my goodness.
Oof.
Never forget.
Oof.
I think Patrick's still been quiet since that. What are you saying, Kim?
I'm Bradley Beal. I'm a one out of Washington. It's like this is like a James Harden, Deshaun Watson type situation. Like it's either you stay here and the rest of your career is wasted, or you don't even have to go to a championship team, just a team an average team, an above average team. Mm-hmm. But I mean, these teams I got labeled down as trade positions for them. He could be a championship contender.
Okay.
The first team is the Nuggets. Trade Michael Porter and a couple other assets.
Why would
Bradley Beal and
Nuggets?
I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up Michael Porter. His ceiling's just way too high. It's way too high.
But look, and to be honest, I think
but I don't know, man.
Bradley Beal is not going to make that team a championship.
Yeah, I don't know about that
team. It's already a championship team. Michael Porter said, "You guys aren't giving me the ball. Give me the ball." What ended up happening? They started winning.
Yeah, I mean the Nuggets are what 10-8 right now. Building chemistry.
Michael Porter Jr.
I'm not doing that either.
Young talent.
Bo Bowl on the other hand, I may consider that, but they have too many.
Team,
the ceilings are too high for that team, bro.
Y'all will probably agree with the second team. It's the 76ers. They had Ben Simmons ready to trade for James Harden, right? They give him up for Bradley Beal.
Hold on. James Harden and Bradley Beal is not on the same level.
I understand that. I completely understand that. I know James Harden's.
But Bradley Beal can drop 35 to 40 points a night, so that's important.
Exactly.
Okay, so can James Harden. That's important too.
But you just said.
But
we're just saying. We're just kind of putting it in an aspect. Like you say, James Harden. James Harden's doing the same thing.
No, Ben Simmons for James Harden is better than Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal. I'll keep Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I would. If I'm the 76ers, my goal is to at least try to keep Ben Simmons. Although that's going to be impossible because who's on that 76ers team that you're trading for Bradley Beal? What are they trading? Picks? They're too good. They don't want those first round picks. They're too good of a team.
The only other good player that they have on their team that could be acceptable for Bradley Beal would be Tobias Harris. I'd feel like, but I don't even think I'd trade him. He's a good player at his position.
I don't know if the Wizards pull the trigger on that, but I would be willing. I'd be willing to send Tobias to Washington as soon as possible.
They will if Bradley Beal gets on the line and stops saying that he wants to play for Wizards.
He'll probably finish the season out, but by the offseason, he'll be requesting a trade. He'll be requesting a trade. I did have the 76ers on my trade destinations as well. They got some players they can give away, but like if I'm the 76ers, my goal is to keep Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons, he's not that crazy of a scorer. We know that. He was supposed to be the next LeBron.
Yeah.
Dude can't shoot a three to save his life. But my thing is he's one of the best defenders in the league. He's also a point guard. Okay. I want that on my team. This dude
he's a point guard with like a small forward build.
With a small forward build, he's like 6'8". Now you see a lot of point guards coming through, but his defense just sends him over the top of the rest. You got Cade Cunningham coming into the league next year, kind of reminds me of him, but Cade can shoot, so Cade's gonna be a threat. But yeah, I want to keep Ben Simmons. His defense is just too good. He's a potential defensive player of the year candidate. So
I'll take Bradley Beal in a Mavs jersey.
Who would you give up?
And you know what's funny? In that last podcast, I said, look, they got two pieces in Dallas. I said they need to grab another piece, but he needs to be better. He needs to be better than Kristaps Porzingis, and Bradley Beal is better than Kristaps Porzingis. Adding Bradley Beal to that team would be a threat. I'm telling you, the Mavericks need just one piece. They need just one piece.
No, I say this because my argument last time was we're trying to sign max contract young players. Bradley Beal is not first off, leaving the Wizards will not be a max contract. Second off, is not a young player. I say he takes a cut. You want to win, you come to this team.
I can agree with that.
Some people on the bench, maybe.
I can see it happening.
I don't know who you trade, but I mean, I 100% agree that Bradley Beal and the
maybe give up some weak bench players.
Pick or two. More than that.
I don't know. I see Bradley Beal on the Mavs being.
It'd be dominant. The Mavericks are one piece. It's so clear. It's so obvious. They got to get them another piece, man. I told y'all eventually one of them 2017 boys gonna fold. It's gonna happen. It's coming. As a matter of fact, I think somebody who just signed a deal is gonna fold soon. I think he signed a deal just to get the contract. That way, when just to get that max deal. Now, when he gets traded, he keeps that max deal with him. And that guy's Giannis. I still think Giannis is gonna end up in a Dallas jersey. Call me crazy, but I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
I'm calling you crazy because Giannis, I don't think knows what he's doing.
Exactly. That's no, he knows what he's doing. Trust me. He talked with his agent. He said, "Man, you want to retire a buck?" No, but I do want this max deal signed tomorrow. So let's sign this contract.
Giannis was like, "Yeah, no, I would like to."
Yeah. Come on. How old is Luka? 21. How old is Kristaps? 26? 26? Maybe. He was 19 when he was drafted. He's in his, second season?
That's what I'm saying. He's maybe third? 21. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, he's like
maybe 20.
21, 22. And then you got Kristaps who's 26, 27? Bro, they're still young guys, bro. They got time to get them another third piece. But obviously, Luka wants to win now. You see he's frustrated.
Who? I'll tell you a person that I see Bradley Beal playing for. And this is the last person I'm going to say. We give up Kemba Walker. And I'll take him on the Celtics. Come on now.
That's a good trade.
Come on now. That's a good trade.
That was going to be the team I said. That was going to be the team I said.
That's a good trade.
That's a good trade.
They said they trying to get rid of Kemba.
That would make them Celtics disgusting. Ooh,
oh my gosh.
They're better than the Nets. They're better than the Nets.
Oh my God. Hands down.
Tatum, Beal, Jaylen Brown when he feels like throwing up 30 points.
They're already there enough without
Beal on the Celtics. We instantly gonna see a Celtics Lakers finals.
Yes,
instantly.
You are 100% right.
That Brooklyn Celtics conference finals gonna hit different though. I'm telling you, that's a Game 7 type conference finals right there.
Bradley Beal. I'm making this comment right now because I made this comment with James Harden. I said he was going to the Nets. Bradley Beal will end up on one of these two teams. He's going to end up on the Mavs. But most of all, I think he's going to end up on the Celtics. The reason I think he's going to end up on the Celtics is because the Celtics have notified that they are trying to get rid of Kemba Walker. Kemba is not working anymore. We are trying to get Kemba Walker out. We got to bring somebody in. The right person to do that, Mr. Bradley Beal.
I got a team. No one said this team yet. But they do come up a lot. They do
say the Suns.
They do come up a lot on this podcast, so I just gotta say them.
Walk off.
Ain't nobody.
But hold on, wait, dude. Don't say. Are they in the Western Conference?
They are in the Western Conference.
Are they a top seed in the Western Conference?
Not at the moment.
No, it's the Warriors of the Houston Rockets.
If he says this team,
Golden State Warriors, man, they don't have Klay. They don't have Klay Thompson on that roster. They're still a shaky team, bro. Their first round picks are valuable right now, bro. Telling me they got players they can trade too. They got players they can trade. This trade could easily get done. Bradley Beal on that Warriors team, they need a shooter. They clearly just need another shooter to go along with the
They can give up Kelly Oubre.
Man, nobody wants.
They're not giving up Kelly Oubre.
Nobody want Kelly.
He's not playing good. He's not playing good.
I don't want no Kelly Oubre.
He be a trade asset. Come on, man.
We want to put Kelly Oubre in the trade. Nah, we gonna have to.
If I'm the Washington Wizards,
we got to bring another team in here.
Russell and Kelly Oubre, I'm not doing it.
You got to put another team in this trade. Who wants Kelly Oubre? Let's set up a 3-team deal.
Probably Suns. He was balling out the Suns.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, man. The Warriors, they need another shooter. Curry's doing it on his own right now. They're still finding a way to win, bro.
The only question I'd have for that is what do you do when Klay comes back? Do you switch one of them to small forward?
Klay can play small forward though. Klay can play small forward.
So you switch one of them small forward?
Klay, yeah. Bradley Beal staying at shooting guard. Klay can easily play small forward. He plays small forward all the time. He was guarding LeBron when they faced in the finals. He always plays small forward. He's a great defensive player. He can, he's a defensive player. Great on defense. I know this because I go against him on 2K and I can't get past him.
Wow, you just use 2K in stats. Wow.
I was like, ain't no way.
Clamps.
I was like, ain't no way Klay's this great at defense. So I had to look up some highlights, and yeah, this man's a great defensive player. I learned that through 2K.
This man was playing 2K. Said, "Let me pull up the highlight tapes."
This man. You cannot,
Let me pull up the highlight tapes.
Going against this man in 2K is so frustrating. You can't drive past him, bro. You pass it every time. Straight clamps.
Oh my goodness.
Straight clamps.
Straight clamps. So y'all see Bradley Beal being traded, man. What percentage are you giving this possibly happening? I also 75. Wanted to mention one more team. This season though.
I don't know. The season's almost over.
This season, I would say. This season, I'd say there's probably a 34% chance he gets traded.
I'd say 25, but for the off season, I'd say it definitely goes up.
It's going up. It's going up. He's requesting a trade in the off season. He's requesting a trade in the off season. He's not staying on this team. He'll say right now.
When somebody says they're waiting for the team to be contender ready, he's basically saying, "Look, I'm giving this year the last chance. If we don't make it,
he's saying I'm giving y'all false hope."
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I just don't want the fans to, you know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all think I'm committed. But to be honest, I'm trying to get up out of here. You can't sit on the sidelines. You can't sit on the sidelines, pouting and like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally looking like your hair's falling out and then say, yeah, I'm happy here. Come on, dude. That's straight cap.
But what are you going to say to that? But what do you say to that question? Mr. Bradley Beal, what's going to happen? Where are you going? Are you looking to leave? Why am I, for the people that are paying me at this moment, going to ruin my chances? Unless I'm James Harden and I know I have a secured bag somewhere else, gonna be like, yeah, I'm looking to leave.
Bradley Beal's a top player and one of the top shooters.
I know, but I'm saying you don't do that. You keep all your options open.
I mean, you're right. I'm not saying he should have, but the way he said that question was like clearly cap. It's clear. There
was a recent press conference he had, and they said, Bradley Beal, are you frustrated? He said, "Is the sky blue?"
Yeah,
and he left it at that.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't speak on things like that.
So, I mean, that's a good answer, but you saying
not supposed to be.
But you saying but the way James Harden attacked that whole situation, it just looked bad on his character. I mean, regardless if he got traded to the Nets or not, it still looked bad on his character.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. You don't answer. You don't do that. You don't answer questions like that. You're not supposed to. Or that's what they say you're not supposed to.
I'm not saying he should answer the question like that. I'm just saying his answer shouldn't be, I want to stay here until this team's a championship contender, because we all know that's cap. I think he should say the future's open. You say the future's open.
You keep your options open. You keep your options open.
Like LeBron does every time his contract's coming up. He's leaving. Yeah, we just gonna see what's coming. Future's open.
Nah, he don't. Right, he don't say that. He just does it. He covers his mouth and talks like this.
Yeah, you see him talking to the player on the side. Bro, I gotta get up out of here. You see him this talking to the player that
he's gonna.
He was talking to Lonzo like that. Next year he's on Lakers. He's like, hey, bro, I'm coming there next season, bro. Training the off season. I ain't trying to go there. I
can't stand another season of coaching this team, bro. Ty Lue ain't it. I gotta get up out of here.
Let me go.
Lonzo
let me go to
was
Lakers.
Like, all right. He's like, I'm on my way to LA, man. This Cleveland ain't for me. I'm gonna build a school though, so they don't, you know what I'm saying? So I have a chance. I still have a chance to get the key to the city.
Oh my goodness!
I can't give up that key to the city.
Oh my goodness!
Let's speaking of LeBron, man, he's a lot of people talking about him for MVP. So I just kind of want to say, how many games we're into the season? About 20, 25. Who's the MVP favorite right now? Because there's a couple guys on that list. I know Cameron said he had something crazy he wanted to say.
Whenever I went into it, I'm like, KD, 100%. I seen the stats he's putting up. KD's balling out right now. So, I go and look up the stats. And then I see Nikola Jokic. Man's is balling out. Straight hooping for no reason. Nikola Jokic, right now, he's my MVP favorite. Long run, the end of the season, KD will probably win it for me. But right now, Nikola Jokic. He's putting up 26.8 a night, 11 rebounds, 8.6 assists. Come on, man. He's balling out. And then KD, I had to look at his. He's putting up 30.9, 7.4 rebounds, 5.6 assists a night. KD's balling out. By the end of the season, I think KD will win it. But right now, my favorite is Nikola Jokic. To be honest. And I'm going to save this player. I told you that player that I seen who had the 10th best odds to win the MVP. I'm going to save him for a later topic. But, I'll tell you that player later. But, yeah, that's how I feel on it. Nikola Jokic right now.
Yeah. Wow. No, I'm not gonna ever go with Jokic unless there's no other contenders in there. Nikola is a great player, always will be a great player, but I'm sorry, he's not beating LeBron and KD. If he beats LeBron and KD, we gotta do some really, really investigating on who's choosing these MVPs. Because just like last year, LeBron got 16 votes. Are you serious? Are you serious? But LeBron is eligible to win the MVP every year. Everybody knows that. Just like Jordan. Jordan could have won that thing every year because of the numbers that they're putting out, and they're always going to outperform everybody else. But the thing is, they're not going to give it to somebody every year. So they try to do every other year, every 2, 3, 4 years. So let's see. Hopefully, LeBron can win this. He's my favorite to win every year. LeBron is my favorite to win every year, but I don't mind seeing Kevin Durant cry one more time on the podium, maybe get another MVP. He's got what he wanted, so he's got himself an MVP. He's got himself a couple of championships. Let's see if he can double up the MVP. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't win MVP. They're probably gonna give him Most Improved Player for the year that he's coming off of the injury. But
comeback player? I don't think he'd get Most Improved.
The comeback player, but. I think if anything, him coming back off of an injury is probably going to be the reason why he wins the MVP. He had a tear. You know what I mean?
That's Achilles, the worst injury. The worst injury you can have playing
That's
like
the worst
any
injury
sport.
You can have.
Yeah.
And he came back the year after.
Because he was training with Drake in the offseason. What are you talking about, man?
Yeah, you said training with who?
Drake.
He was training with Drake.
Drake got him right.
Drake got him right.
Come on.
Check the stat sheet, bro. Laugh Now, Cry Later music video. Come on, man.
Baby.
He was hooping that man up. Baby.
Can't start. Don't sing it. We're going to get copyrighted. Not YouTube.
Anyways, no free promotion. KD, man. KD all the way. KD, and he's on my team. He's on my new team, Brooklyn Nets. So we always support KD. KD is a beast. He's Mr. Sniper.
Bro, be honest with me real quick. Have you pulled up any Rocket stats? Have you been looking at them?
Have I been looking at them? No, I actually deleted the Rockets app on my phone.
This man had the Rockets app.
I unfollowed
he had
all
the Rockets
players.
app.
I unfollowed PJ Tucker, Mba Mute, anybody that used to be on the Rockets. I unfollowed them. The only person that I followed from the Rockets is James Harden.
Okay.
I like how you guys are talking about Jokic and LeBron, KD, pretty much everyone. But I think somebody who's going off the radar, Joel Embiid, man. Dude's having a great year this year. 1.3 blocks a game, 1.2 steals. His assists are low, but he's grabbing rebounds and boards. He's really efficient. I feel like that's a player who's being slept on. Not to mention, he's shooting a 404. He's a big man. Don't forget it. He's shooting a 404. He's also shooting 545 from the field. when somebody's putting up numbers like this, you can't let it continue to go unnoticed. You said that LeBron's always your favorite, and I do agree. LeBron's playing phenomenal right now, and like he would be an MVP favorite if we don't always see him do this. He's been doing this for how long now? So it's like it's not that impressive at this point. But I think when you get new players, players who are, I mean, it's impressive. He's getting older. He's still putting up the same numbers. But it's like it's not. I don't feel like it's enough to really give him the MVP. When you look at guys like Nikola Jokic, I feel like Nikola Jokic has been going under the radar for a while. But Joel Embiid's just having a phenomenal year this year. He's got the 76ers as the second best record in the NBA. Why are you saying what? Why are you saying what?
Pull up LeBron's numbers, man.
You want me to read out his numbers?
Yeah, I want you to read out his numbers.
25 points per game, 7 assists per game, under 1 steal, under 1 block. He's shooting great from the free throw. His 3-point percentage is 4.9. I didn't say it wasn't enough. I just said he's under 1. What are you putting words in my mouth?
Nah, but you're basically saying that it's not enough because we see him do it every year.
Yeah, I'm saying, bro, he put up these same numbers last season. If he didn't win it last season, what makes you think he has a better chance of winning it this year? I'm not saying he shouldn't win it because he's putting up great numbers. I think he's obviously in top 3 for me. But like I said, like Joel Embiid's putting up great numbers. As a big man, it's surprising. But like with Joel Embiid, the thing that lets me know he's not going to win it is his durability. He's too injury prone, man. I don't know how I feel about it.
Hold on, wait. Can you?
Are you talking about when LeBron pushed him on his back that he hurt?
Can you read out the points, assists, and rebounds that LeBron is averaging for me, just real quick? I just want to see something.
I just did. 25 points per game, 7 assists, 7 rebounds.
Okay, so those are all less than Nikola Jokic. And Jordan, you said you would never look at Nikola Jokic like that.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
So that's my point. So it's like when you see LeBron do this every year there's going to be somebody who does something more impressive. That's why I feel like, because you got to say, you say Giannis last year. Remember, before the people judge Giannis's last season off the playoffs, but you got to remember the MVP is a regular season award. When the playoffs start, the voting's done. It's over. They've already voted.
That's when the finals.
I didn't say Giannis shouldn't have won, but
that's when candidates for that starts
winning
off.
like 84 to 16 votes.
But you got to remember, I think Giannis was breaking records with his stats last year. I think he had the highest defensive efficiency rating of all time last season.
16 votes.
Bro, he was breaking records. You just got to look up the stats, man. I don't think you know him.
I didn't say he shouldn't have won.
I don't think you know.
16 votes.
It makes sense when you consider the regular season Giannis had. Defensive player of the year.
You think that makes sense?
Defensive player of the year. He was also offensive
player of our generation. 16 votes.
So you're saying we should vote for LeBron just because he's LeBron?
That does sound what it sounds like I'm trying to say.
It does.
It sounds exactly like what you're trying to say.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Giannis had this way better season, but it's LeBron. Okay, I'm voting LeBron.
No, but I'm saying 16 votes is pretty disrespectful.
But you also got to think that they're not going in there being like, "Oh, you voted for Giannis, let me vote for LeBron."
See, the crazy thing
why
is,
didn't Jordan win it every year? Why didn't Jordan win it every year?
Because people put up better stats. People were doing dude, when you do the same thing every year, it's not gonna, when people come in and start bringing a fresh new approach to basketball, bro, it's just, you're not going to win MVP for doing the same thing every year. I was surprised Giannis won back to back, but when you look at the stats he was putting up last year, it was just too impressive, man. You see he's not at the top now.
16 votes is pretty disrespectful.
You see he's not even in top fives now. He's not in top fives now because
I stand my ground.
He did this last season. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like when James Harden won MVP when he lost the year before, because what he did was the same thing Russell had just won MVP for. The next season after he finished second in the voting, the next season he averaged 40 points a game with the triple double. Now that's gonna get you MVP.
Come on, bro. We all know the reason Russ won that MVP that year is because he had that triple double record break.
I just said that. He won. Did I not just say that?
Yeah, but I'm saying he wasn't gonna beat James Harden. Was gonna beat him off of the fact that he broke a record.
He just said Giannis broke a record.
No, Oscar Robertson's record, a high record.
Okay, and Giannis broke a whole defensive efficiency record.
Season, yeah, but that season, come on, bro. Russell was playing at another level. He was playing at another level. I agree.
That's why I'm saying he
was clearly the best player in basketball that season.
That's a big difference, bro. Russ played a great season that year. But LeBron, when Giannis won, LeBron also played a great season that year. I'm not saying that Giannis shouldn't have won. I said 16 votes is disrespectful.
To be honest, 16, I feel like that's perfect. I mean, I get it. I'm not gonna change your opinion, but I'm giving my opinion. I'm saying I feel like it was all right.
I'm not gonna say it was perfect, but I'm gonna say it's completely justifiable.
It's justifiable. They go in there, when you look at the season,
they go in there and they don't talk to each other about it. They just go in there and they vote.
They vote.
Now, if they talked about it, you'd probably see it a lot closer. But like they'd be like, they don't go in there and say, "Oh, you voted for Giannis. Oh, I'm gonna vote for LeBron," just to even it out.
Yes,
they go in there. They say, "Well, Giannis broke these records. LeBron does what LeBron sort of normally does. Giannis is kind of more impressive."
Because I think last year they said stat wise, like I think they said Giannis's last season was like, I think when you consider every stat, it was like the best ever. So it's like when you bunch them all together, I think somebody said that. So I'm like, it's justifiable, bro. Everybody knew Giannis was going to win MVP. Now let's say the Lakers got to the playoffs and they lost to the Trailblazers in round 1. Would you still have this argument of that he deserves more than 16 votes? Because honestly, people didn't start bashing Giannis. People thought Giannis should win that MVP. No, people didn't start bashing Giannis until he started struggling in the playoffs. And everybody had to say, look, man, this is a regular season award. He won Defensive Player of the Year. They say he shouldn't have gotten it. They didn't start saying that until the playoffs started. I feel like that's where a lot of people are lacking. I agree. LeBron played great in the playoffs last year. So did AD. They won the championship. He won Finals MVP. But you can't. When I say 16, yeah, it's low.
Are you talking about defensive player now?
It makes complete sense.
You talking about defensive player now?
What are you talking about?
Talking about last year with Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Giannis did also win Defensive Player of the Year. Because remember, he had like that high grade. He broke records. What is this? What is this?
I mean, I'm looking at the stats now, and I mean, AD averaged more blocks and steals. Okay,
Defensive Player of the Year is more than just blocks.
But and steals. So I'm just saying, we're going off of stats. That's something that also pushes it. So that
bro, you're forgetting that defensive efficiency.
I get what you're saying
rating.
I get what you're saying about most valuable player, but I'm saying when it comes to defense, blocks and steals is.
I'm not saying that blocks.
For highest defensive efficiency ever.
This is what I'm gonna say about that. I'm not saying that blocks and steals don't matter, but that is like saying if you go to football, a cornerback that hasn't allowed a touchdown.
No, we're not doing that. That's a different sport.
We're
doing that in a different sport.
No, but this is the same. It's the same.
No, it's a different sport.
It's the same.
It's a different sport. It's different.
It's the same. Okay, fine.
It's a different sport and different.
No,
sport.
because no, it's not.
Let him say the example.
No, we're not.
Let him say the example.
No, we're not doing that.
Let him say the example. Just let him say it.
Because you know you about to get proved wrong, bro.
No, because it's football.
It kind of reminds me, Cameron. Let's say
Dimitri's point right is this: LeBron plays the same way every year. With football, it's a different thing.
I'm talking about Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a different thing. It kind of
reminds me of
the way players play.
It kind of reminds me of Cameron, you remember when DeAndre Baker won the Thorpe Award? He had 2 interceptions all season. Greedy had 6.
He had no interceptions basically. Didn't allow a touchdown, and everybody was like, "Oh, well, this dude had this many interceptions, this many pass breakups." Not saying that those stats don't matter, but like Giannis could have. I don't know the complete stats, but Giannis probably forced less shots made. He probably had more stops on the cause of turnovers, not steals or nothing like that, just causing turnovers. It's a lot more than just steals and blocks. You understand what I'm trying to say, Jordan?
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. That football that's not a good example, but I get what you're trying to say.
It was the same thing though.
It was just it's a difference. Putting it in football terms, it's not a bad example at all.
Yeah, it wasn't an example.
So Jordan's got LeBron, Cameron's got Nikola Jokic.
Right now I got
Kevin Durant.
I got
Kevin Durant.
I got KD. At the end of the season, winning MVP, I got KD. But right now, it's Nikola Jokic is the favorite. Answering the MVP favorite question, it's Nikola Jokic. At the end of the season, I'm thinking KD's gonna win it. Right now, the MVP favorite is Jokic.
Now? What are we doing?
We're doing MVP favorite for right now. Yeah.
Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic right now.
But KD at the end of the season.
Yeah, stats can change.
I'm going with KD. Taking KD. I think KD will win it.
Okay, so 3 for 3 on KD for the end of the season. Okay, perfect.
No, I'm saying my favorite right now is KD.
That's right now is KD.
Right now is KD, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with KD. Just coming off of the injury, great play off of an injury, man.
Incredible, yeah, he's playing great. Inspirational,
torn Achilles.
Inspiration. Dude, we debated this one topic a little bit. We'll go over it a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, not too long. The Raptors, they had some success in the past, but this season they just got done smacking the Orlando Magic. I think Fred VanVleet just dropped his career high 54 points. I think he hit 6 or 7 threes. Yeah, they're 8-10. Or I think. Let me check their record real quick. Should have had this pulled up, Jesus. They're definitely not where we expect. They're 9-12. They're definitely not where we expected the Raptors to be. I think I had them in my top 10 power rankings at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I don't think they were high. They were around like 8, 9, or 10. But I said it in there. I said they're a great regular season team, and it doesn't look like they're performing this year. Fred VanVleet, of course, he performed here tonight, but it feels like the
record wise, they're not performing.
Yeah, it feels like the departure of Kawhi has now finally caught up to him. I still think they got a great coach, but at this current moment,
they weren't in my top 10. I don't know why you guys put them in your top 10.
Because
I saw it 100% all the way. I saw it before the storm hit. I saw the clouds before the storm touched the floor.
I think I should have put in the aspect that they lost Marc Gasol. I feel like I didn't fully consider that. They lost Marc
Gasol, and OG has been out with a strained calf, and he is a key defender for them.
When did Ibaka leave?
He left this offseason.
Yep. Did not put that. Yep. Didn't put that in the aspect. Totally ignored that.
I mean, they lost Kawhi that other year. So
bro,
you saw what Fred said. That boy Fred said, "We still the same."
And they did great last season.
They did.
They did great last season. Until who they lose to who'd they lose to in the playoffs? Was it Miami?
Was it the Heat?
Was it Miami? Or they lost to the Celtics. Sure no, they lost to the Celtics. The Celtics beat them in 6, I believe. Yeah. No, it was 7.
Pretty sure.
It was 7.
Yeah. Because the Heat played the Bucks.
The Heat played the Pacers in the first round, the Bucks in the second round, and then the Celtics in the conference championship. Dude, that Heat team was special. Okay. That was just crazy.
Yeah, to me,
they're performing not good right now.
Toronto lost.
Jimmy Butler. You told me Jimmy Butler's out, but
Toronto lost when they lost Kawhi. Yeah, cool. You had a great regular season, but still, you don't have a playoff mindset without a leader. And they look to VanVleet to be their leader. And to me, that's not.
I think
that's not that big of a leader.
They're looking to Siakam. He's the best player on that team. I don't.
Yeah, everybody's been clowning Pascal for that spin move he does.
I don't.
Everybody's been clowning that.
Kyle Lowry, he's still on that team. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's their third best scorer, I think.
Another thing they lost to was their coach. I forgot when they lost him.
They lost him before the championship.
Nick Nurse has been the.
That was before the championship?
Yes, Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse coached the championship.
I thought that was after
Mr. Glasses.
I am. Woo!
2K Newsom. They was putting that man at Coach of the Year every year.
I mean, to me, I thought they were done after that. But then they got Kawhi. Then they went to the championship. And, I mean, even to me, they won a championship, but they didn't really play anybody special. And the reason I say that is because they played an injured Warriors team. So what can you do with that? Tell me.
To be honest,
it makes your job a lot easier whenever they're injured.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say that. It makes your job a lot easier.
It's especially when the two best shooters on the team are injured. Or I'm sorry, when I believe it was the two best shooters in the NBA were injured.
Stephen Curry was healthy, bro.
Stephen was healthy. Sorry.
Oh, Thompson was healthy?
No, Thompson went down.
Kevin Durant was healthy?
For a while. You said the two best shooters were like Curry was on the court.
Yeah, but I'm
Steph
like
was on the court.
Okay, 2 out of 3 best shooters. You want me to say that? Because Kevin Durant and Thompson are still 2 best shooters on the Warriors team. And they were both out. Mm-hmm. So we're going to say that? We're going to say that it wasn't the 2 best shooters on
regardless of what happened, there's I don't know if you know, but at their stadium,
you're going to tell me, hold on.
They still got that banner. I don't think it matters. Hold on. You think they care? You think they care or did they sit in their locker room celebrating?
All right, let me ask you guys something, okay? Because you said Curry was still on the court. All right, when it comes down to it on the Warriors, who's a better shooter, Klay Thompson or Stephen Curry? Who's more accurate? It's not. Don't make that face because it's not that big of a difference. It's not that big of a difference.
Curry. We're talking shooting.
I'm taking Curry.
I'm picking Thompson.
I mean, I don't have a problem with you picking Thompson at all. Like, I'm not going to argue that, but you.
Nah, it was his face. It was a face. It was the face for me.
I'm taking.
It was the
Curry.
face for me.
I'm not thinking about it. I think it's Curry.
I think the crazy thing is like you say Klay Thompson, and the crazy thing is Klay Thompson he's going to go down as what? Where are we putting him right now? Top shooters. What's the estimate right now? Where you putting him?
I don't know, but you're right. I will.
Top shooters of all time. He's easy top 10.
Is he top 10? Is he top 10? You, Jordan?
Easy top 10. Easy top 10.
I don't know. I have to sit down and
think. The crazy thing about Klay Thompson is yes, he can shoot, but he's also deadly from the mid range. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can rely on those 3 pointers.
That's what I'm saying. He's just a better shooter.
Drive
I'm not just talking about 3.
He can also drive too. But when I'm talking about a shooter, you mean from the 3? Like, I'm talking
about just accuracy.
I'm picking Curry. I'm picking
Curry. But I don't know. Top 10 shooters of all time, or in the league?
All time. Let's see. All time.
In the league,
you got Korver.
In the league, he's top 5. He's top 3.
Yeah, that's easy. That's too easy. I don't know, bro. But
you got Curry.
I have to do research on that. There's too.
Reggie Miller.
There's too many.
Oh my God, you said Kyle Korver.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller, yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
What you got?
I'm a Kyle Korver fan.
I don't know. I think I might put Klay over Kyle Korver.
Yeah, I'll probably put Klay over Kyle Korver. I don't know, that Korver, 1 year, Kyle Korver was deadly though. That 1 year he was.
I'll never
deadly.
forget. We went to that Hawks game and like he was just making every shot he took.
Kyle Korver,
it was painful, bro.
They just came back. I was just about to cry.
I know how people feel watching Curry play. I do know because when he hit that crazy jump half court buzzer beater against the Thunder, I was watching that live. I think that was their 70-win team year that year.
I mean, you saw what that boy from Atlanta said.
What's his Anthony name? Edwards. He's like, that's Curry, man.
Yeah, he said, yeah, it's no hype.
What can you do?
He said it's no hype.
There's no stopping him. But wait, how did this get from the Toronto Raptors? Like, what was?
Because we were talking about how team. I said the 2 best shooters, and you said, oh, Curry was still on the court. I mean, that doesn't matter. You still had Klay, and you still had Kevin Durant injured.
But this is
that's why they won the championship. That team is not that stacked. You can name their players, but they do not have a bunch of A-list players.
I'm gonna tell you what happened when that clock hit 0 and they won that championship. They hit the locker room with that champagne pouring. They don't care. I don't care who's hurt on your team. It's like when the Warriors beat LeBron in 2015? You think they care Kyrie went down in game 1? No, we don't care. We just won the championship. Let's go celebrate that. People don't talk about that enough.
That team was not stacked. People don't talk about that enough. Are they really losing?
People don't talk about that enough.
Are they really that big of a difference, or are they really that big of a difference?
Considering
or did they just stop getting lucky? Did they just stop getting? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Raptors.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about the Raptors. Stopped getting lucky. I think they lost some key players.
Did they just stop getting lucky, or did they start just showing their true potential?
Serge is a great defensive player. They lost Marc Gasol.
They just started showing their true potential.
They lost a lot of players.
You know, they lost that old head mentality. That's what they lost.
God. I know he isn't bringing this back.
Oh, brother, here we go.
All I'm saying is that does prove my point that you do need on some teams. You do mentality. Look,
you were right about that. You do need some old heads on your team, and Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, you know, they were those key factors on that team with Kawhi Leonard. You know, not taking any disrespect, but you know, that's the reason they fell off. They got rid of those old guys who know the game, who were proven key assets. They let them go, and look at them now. They are the ninth best record in the East, behind Cleveland, a team that just drafted high in the draft.
It's, I mean, I agree to an extent. They get off the team. They're no longer on the team, but you got to consider Marc Gasol was and Serge Ibaka. Those are huge role players for that team, bro. I don't even think most of it. I don't even feel like it has to do with them being that old head mentality. I think most of it, they were just the key components on that team. You take LeBron off the Lakers, what they doing? I don't think it's because he's an old head, which, you know, at this point he is. What are you, 35?
But that
36?
does have something to do with it.
He's a great mentor for that team, but still, he's that all around player. This guy's dropping.
He's a leader. He's dropping
near triple doubles
every
game.
That's old head mentality. That's what old head mentality is. It's a leader. It's experience.
But I'm saying if you take LeBron off that team, 10% of it is him being an old head. 90% of it is him playing at an MVP
yes. Let's
level.
talk about the greatest player in the world and talk what happens when we take him off of a team.
But that's a bad example.
That's a bad example. We're talking about Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka.
Okay, and I said those were different.
They're not the greatest player in the team.
Players. They started. They were starters.
Okay,
they were starters.
I get that. I'm just saying it's a big gap.
You gotta think whenever Gasol was put on that team, there was huge talks about that team.
It's the same point because it's the greatest player of all time, huh? That's the same point.
It's the same point.
You think Serge Ibaka?
Old head mentality. I said I agree to an extent.
You think Serge Ibaka and Gasol are the greatest players of all time?
You take LeBron.
You let me know.
Find me a player, right? Okay.
You let me
right
know.
Now, off the top of your head, what's a player that brings that old head mentality to a team that's dominating? That if they took off that team, they just wouldn't be great anymore. Who's not a role player?
Kawhi.
Old head mentality for Kawhi?
You say no?
Old head mentality for Kawhi?
How old is Kawhi? How long has Kawhi been in the Kawhi been in this in the league? Played with
he's a veteran, but he's also one of the best players in the league. That's pretty much like the whole LeBron thing. You just said they lost. You just said Toronto lost Kawhi.
You're right. That's a bad argument. No, you're right.
I don't know, nah.
No, you're right.
I don't know about
you're
that
right.
one.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I give that to you.
I don't know about that.
I give that to you. You're right.
I don't know about that.
No, you're right. No, you're right. That proves your argument.
Oh.
No, you're right. Yeah, but I wouldn't choose those guys.
I mean,
but when you take the greatest player on the court off the court, of course your team's gonna be bad. But if that's
like the Warriors right now playing without Klay Thompson.
No, Cameron, we're not asking you right now. What the point is,
I was gonna give an example.
They're not the greatest players on the court. They weren't the greatest player on the floor.
But they were great role players.
Right. So it's bad to use examples of people who own the court, basically. Like you said, Kawhi and LeBron James. Those are people who own the court. If you take them out the team, that's just because
my point was y'all said
what's your point?
Y'all said they were old head. They had that old head mentality. I said, bro, it's only about 10% of that. 90% of it is the fact that they were important role players on that team. It's kind of like the Warriors. Like I'm saying, it's like the Warriors playing right now without Klay Thompson. They're clearly lacking that dynamic. It was like the Warriors playing without Draymond back in the finals.
I mean,
bro, you lose that role player,
your whole team. It's
your
the
whole
same
team
thing.
is just trying to rebuild that chemistry.
We're agreeing. It's tomato.
Yeah.
Because the reason they're role players is because they have experience. Okay, that's one of the main reasons that.
So
they're
it's not because
players.
they're good at basketball.
Well, I mean, I believe anybody in the NBA is good at basketball.
Patrick Beverley.
Hey, he's still. Hey, I'll let you know this. If you had a 1v1 Patrick Beverley, you would not have a chance.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a basketball player, so I wouldn't. Yeah.
I mean, that's my point. NBA. I wouldn't expect
to beat you probably in a 1v1.
That's disrespectful.
I mean, I'm just saying.
To yourself.
I'm not great at basketball. I'm not good at basketball. I have dropped somebody off before. I've broken some ankles. You know what I'm saying? I've hit jumpers in faces before. Come on now, I'm cold with it. Let's talk about Rudy Gobert, man. Let's talk about Rudy Gobert. This is the final topic, okay? Let's talk about Utah Jazz.
You say Utah. This is what I wanted to bring up.
I was like, something could change?
This is why he said Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert right now has the 10th best odds to win MVP. Let that sink in.
Shaq said he wasn't doing enough, so he said, okay. I took that personally.
How you feel about that, Jordan?
I don't really care. He's number 10. That's a long way from winning MVP. So,
but I mean, it's in front of a lot of people.
But
people like who?
He's at number 10. What's your point?
I think he's in front of Luka.
You're trolling.
I'm not trolling. He's in front of Luka.
Yeah, I don't think Luka's top 10, bro. I think Luka.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's at number 10, so that means nothing to me. I mean, it means nothing to me.
Yeah, it's not.
How you feel about it?
I just really don't. To be honest, I'm sleeping. Just got up.
I feel like it's insane.
I just woke up. I woke up on my nap. I could care less. He ain't winning.
I feel like it's insane.
The day Rudy Gobert wins MVP, I'll go skydiving. So that's never gonna happen. So I don't gotta worry about that. So it's safe.
You have a 1 in 10. You have a 1 in 10 chance technically of that happening at this moment right now.
0.
That's not a 1 in 10 chance.
I mean,
I feel like it's thicker than that. Like, what are the actual?
Like 1
what
in
are the
100
actual odds?
chance.
Yeah, like.
Let's see.
I actually don't think the NBA is gonna let that happen.
There ain't no way they're gonna let Rudy Gobert walk up on that stage to pick up no MVP trophy. When was the last time a center won?
Everybody better be injured. Everybody will have to be injured.
First guy to do it could be Embiid. When was the last time a center won MVP? Embiid's coming for that. He's hungry.
Who was it? It was Shaquille, right?
Possibly, yeah. Shaq.
Tim Duncan don't got none?
I don't know. I don't think Tim Duncan has any. You gotta think, bro. He's playing with when Kobe was just cooking. I don't know how many Kobe has, but I don't know. Does Tim
Dwight? Did Dwight not win one?
I think Dwight did win an MVP.
Oh, I think he did.
Rudy Gobert ain't winning one though. I'm sorry.
Anyways, your question was how good is Utah? And that's the answer right there.
Team in the league.
Rudy Gobert. You said he took it personally when Shaq called him out.
Shaq called him out. He took that personal. He definitely took that personal. How
Donovan
many points
Mitchell
did he put
doing
up?
his thing.
Was it 40? You know, Rudy Gobert.
Nah, Dirk was the last center.
Dirk.
I mean, if
Dirk
you count him as a center.
Okay.
But it was Tim Duncan.
And you also on that Utah team, you got 2 point guards over 15 a game. Come on, man. This Utah team's performing right.
So
now.
you think
they are. They're 11-3 in their last 14.
Is dangerous? Hold on.
Yeah, the cold question is, do you think this team is actually a threat when it comes to like playoffs? Because they're clearly making it.
To make it into the finals or going to the
just being the threat.
Well, that's what it means when you're to
go to the finals.
Dangerous in the playoffs.
No, we got them boys in LA waiting.
We got two teams in LA waiting. To be honest, I feel like the Clippers have improved a lot. I feel like they'll might actually make the conference championship.
I think the
year.
Rockets now could beat the Utah Jazz.
Oh, well, that gave me a heart attack there. I thought you were saying that the Rockets were like
playoffs.
like
I'm
that.
like, are they making the playoffs?
Yeah, I
thought. What's going on here? Utah, I like Utah a lot. Micheal signed that deal. It looks like it's paying off. Think he might get a ring there.
I told you. I told you what? You said, why would you do that? You was like, why would you do that?
Hey, look, how good have the Bucks been for the last few years? I'm telling you, Giannis getting up out of there. You can only carry a team so far.
Yeah, but
LeBron had to leave Cleveland.
I'm saying the max contract, bro. I'm letting you know that the Jazz was like, I'm telling you, all them boys that signed max contracts this offseason was like 5 years. Yeah, LeBron will be gone. I might as well get my bag now.
They're signing it to get that. They're signing it so they can get that max deal. That way, when they get traded, they can have it.
I'm letting you know.
That's just what's happening.
And when he gone,
he'll be requesting a trade within a year or two. Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. He ain't retiring in Utah, bro.
I'll put money on the line that he's not.
You want to put money on the line that he's gonna retire in Utah? It's going to be years in the future.
I didn't say retire as a Utah Jazz. I don't agree with that. You said 1 or 2 years he's requesting a trade when he signed a 5-year max contract.
1 and 2 years, we gonna know he's upset. I doubt he waits till he's 28, 29 to say, all right, I got to get up out of here. But I don't know. Maybe he might.
Bro, he's already about to make the playoffs.
You're right, but does that matter? Listen, to be honest, we really need to see
the way that the NBA
we need
is
to
now,
see the way the NBA is
depending
moving
on this.
When LeBron leaves.
You're right. I was gonna say that. Because the way that the seasons are now, 5 years is about to fly by.
Because you got a point.
Because you're not even playing 82 games, 81 games anymore. Right. You're playing like good 50, 60 games total.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like right now everybody's just
5
waiting.
years will pass by. Sure, I'll take my max contract during the pandemic. I'll stay.
Yeah, I'll agree. He'll probably wait it out. Especially him being on being in the West. Guys on the East though, Giannis, he's getting up out of there, Chief. He gonna get up out of there real soon. Guys on the West though, it don't make sense for them to really kind of do it unless they go to the East. They go to a team that's already stacked. And if Donovan Mitchell can get that done, hey, I just said it. You know what I'm saying? I just said it. We've seen people do it. We just saw James Harden do it. So y'all don't think the Utah Jazz are a threat this season? They win in a playoff series?
No. Playoff.
I'm sorry.
They probably make it to the Western Conference. I could see it.
I just don't see anybody as a threat.
They probably making it to the what?
The Western Conference Finals?
The Western Conference Finals.
You think they're making it?
I could see them making it.
Oh my goodness.
I could see them making it.
Oh my gosh,
I said I could see them. I said I could see them making it.
He's back.
He's back. You can see them making it.
I said I could see them. I could see them making it.
Who do you see them beating? I can see them winning
a playoff series, possibly. And
well, let's see.
I see them winning a playoff game. Who do you see them?
If the regular season plays out how it's been going,
I ain't gonna do them like that.
How it's been going. Let's see.
Who do you think they can beat in the West to get to the conference finals?
They'll most likely be Lakers at 1 seed. Utah probably gonna be at 2 if they keep playing how they playing. Clippers at 3, so they won't have to play the Clippers or the Lakers.
That's a good point.
Come on, man.
Keep going.
That's my point.
Do you think they have the potential to take down Dallas?
Is Dallas even
without
in the playoffs?
Dallas?
They're struggling right now.
Dallas. Let's see. Let's check this. Someone check that.
Luka's got that team on his back. Let me pull it up.
Let's do this, right?
Okay.
We got the Western Conference. Utah is number 1 at this time. Do you think they can beat Denver?
In a 7-game series.
Do I think?
No way. Not with Jokic.
Nah, no, I don't think so. No.
Do you think they can beat Phoenix? No way.
But that's the thing. That's the team they could play in the first. Phoenix. That's the team they could play. They could they could play like right now. If they went to the playoffs, they play the Trailblazers. Honestly, I think the Trailblazers would pull that off.
You gotta think the Jazz was up. They went to Game 7. The Jazz went to Game 7 with the Nuggets, didn't they? They blew a 3-1 lead.
After being up 3-1.
So they have the potential to beat these teams.
To choke?
I don't know why you.
Come on.
I don't know why you brought that up.
Come on.
I don't know why you would bring that up.
Yeah.
That just killed your whole argument.
They went to Game 7. That don't matter.
It does matter. You choked a 3-1 lead. What do you mean it doesn't matter?
We're forgetting. Like, look, when Donovan Mitchell gets in the playoffs, he dropping 40, 50 points a game, and that's just.
Here's the thing, though. What do you mean it doesn't matter? They went to a Game 7. You go up 3-1. You have how many more chances to win just one game, and you can't win it?
Okay. So the Warriors blowing that 3-1 lead, and then they make it back. They make it back against the Raptors, and they lose again. So you saying if they go up 3-1 again, you're gonna be like, oh, they got the potential to choke? Come on, man. You're bugging.
That didn't make any sense. That didn't make
How
any
did that
sense.
not make any sense?
It didn't make any sense.
How?
That was a terrible argument.
How?
Oh my goodness.
The Warriors choke. We're talking about the Warriors, man. And then the next year, they also, again, had 2 injured players. You're talking about the Utah Jazz. Okay? You're talking about the Utah Jazz.
But they went up 3-1 and they choked.
Are they up 3-1 right now? Are they up 3-1 right now?
No one's up 3-1
because we're not
right
in
now.
the playoffs.
Season.
So that's not a good argument. That's not a good argument.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
just said they had the potential to choke, and I'm just saying, okay, so the Warriors go 3-1, and now all of a sudden they always had the potential to choke.
No, that wasn't my point. The point was they choked. I'm clowning.
So then
I'm not talking about the potential to choke. I'm talking about they choked. I was clowning.
I said they go to Game 7, and you said what? They got the potential to choke?
I was clowning. You're talking about they went to a Game 7. That doesn't matter. When you go to a Game 7, it doesn't matter when you choke.
Come on, man. You don't even.
So I don't think any of you.
Meech, get your boy, bro. Get your boy, bro. Meech, get your boy, bro.
Any of us think that
Meech, get your boy, bro.
That big of a threat.
Meech, get your boy, bro.
Maybe not.
That boy brought up a team talking about they're a threat.
Dimitri, come on,
because they went up 3-1 and then lost.
Dimitri, come on, bro.
To be honest,
they went up 3-1 and then lost.
My point was valid, was it not?
They went up 3-1 and then choked. Why is that a valid point?
To be honest, I'm just gonna leave this at 1-1. I'm not gonna break no ties here. I'm not gonna go up 2-1. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna disrespect one of y'all like that. So I'm just gonna leave this argument at 1-1 because honestly, I just
come on, bro. This is the man that clowns you for talking about Russell is the top 10.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna take y'all side though. I'm not finna do that. I'm better than that. I'm better than y'all. So I'm better than y'all. That's just simple.
That boy, I mean, Meech brought up the 3-1 choke, so
Meech.
He's technically on my side. Well, all right, go ahead, Meech.
Who brought up the 3-1 choke? I mean, y'all were both making points, to be honest. I'm just kind of like 50-50 on it.
Nah, he's comparing the Utah Jazz to the Warriors.
I agreed with you on a point where you said you shouldn't have brought that up. Like, I don't know why Cameron would bring that up. But after that, everything y'all said,
Cameron doesn't bring up good
everything
points.
Y'all said, I'm 50-50 on it. So I don't know if Cameron wants to say one last.
Bring it up. Don't you ever compare? Don't you ever compare? Wait. Don't you ever compare the Utah Jazz?
I was comparing 2-3-1 series. No. I was comparing 2-3-1 series. I wasn't comparing teams. I was comparing 3-1 series.
Nah, you're comparing teams.
How was I comparing teams? I didn't say anything about the teams.
So therefore, you're comparing teams.
I didn't say anything about the teams. Come on, bro.
You're comparing teams.
Man,
you said the Warriors.
I'm tired of talking.
You said the Warriors.
I'm tired of talking to this dude.
You said the Warriors.
I'm tired of talking.
Hey man, this man's got a sore throat. He ain't caught full time on this.
All right, both of y'all say one more statement. Nobody's gonna reply to it. Y'all both gonna say one more statement, and then we're just gonna wrap it up. So let's let. All
right, here's my last statement. Go ahead, Cam.
Let's let Jordan go first.
You don't want to let Cam go first?
We'll flip a coin for it.
I'll go first. I'll go first because Jordan seems like he wants me to go first.
Let's get.
I didn't compare teams. I didn't say this team was better. This team was better. No, I compared the series as a 3-1 and a 3-1. Okay. Both the series ended up choking. That is a choke. Mm-hmm. Is it not? That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, what Cam said. This is my point of view. All right, what Cam said was he's saying. So you're saying the Warriors don't have a way to come back because they choked one season? You're comparing the Warriors to the Utah Jazz. Mm-hmm. You're comparing one of the greatest teams of the decade. All I'm saying is you are comparing teams in that way, talking about somebody else's choke to Utah's choke. They're two different teams. They have two different players, two different types of players. They have two different types of leaders. They have two different types of coaches, and they have two different types of dominance in this decade. Go ahead, Meech. Wrap it up. Take us home, bro. Take us home.
Cameron, you agree or not? Say yes or no.
Same situation.
I'm ending it.
It's the same situation in my opinion.
So he doesn't agree. That was dumb. That was dumb. That was absolutely dumb. What are you talking about? It's the same situation in your head.
This has been the Kid and Kam podcast. You know we had JT in the building. You know we had Cam in the building. See me, Kid. Make sure you guys run up the problem with videos. We got that problem with the Houston Rockets, the problem with the New York Yankees.
Makes no sense.
Got some new Texans one coming out. We got a lot of stuff going. Don't forget, we're going to announce that giveaway at 80 subs, that 100 sub giveaway. So be prepared for that. Until next time, guys, this has been boy Kid, Cam, JT. JT, I'm waiting on you to say your thing, man. You just haven't said it. I've just been waiting on it.
Mug's throat start hurting. They stop remembering things.
Remember before you say your let's go. Remember, this could be like 2 weeks before we record another one. You know what I'm saying? We never know. So
we're not going to take 2 weeks. We're going to start putting out more content, guys. Just make sure you stay. You hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you stay up to date. Maybe next time Cameron will make a lot more sense. He's going to do some research on that Warriors team. Until then, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Let's go.
Same situation. Peace.
Jesus.